Welcome to Ellamas Day 20, and today I will deliver you the top 5 face palettes of 2024. And before I start, I ask you, please pause the video, put down in the comments what you think is my favorite face palette of 2024, and then add your comment and just add if you were right or wrong, because I absolutely want to know, first of all, how good do you know me? How well do you watch my videos? It's like a little test, because honestly, I think it is obvious what my favorite face palette of 2024 is. But let's start with number 5, which comes a bit surprising because I think I have not talked about this face palette once on this channel because I have been secretly using it. This is the XANG Polar Light palette. There is, do not please mix them up, there is a Polar Day eyeshadow palette that has 10 iridescent ethereal eyeshadows. The Polar Light palette is a face palette. Well, technically you can use this as eyeshadow palette, of course, too, like nobody will stop you from doing this. But the formulation between this and the Polar Day palette, it is a bit different. This is also part of this family of highlighters that I absolutely adore because it just has these shifts. You have a purple shift, a blue shift, no shift, it's just crystal glitter. It's the highlight that I'm wearing today, by the way. You have a goldeny yellow one, a pink one, and then this one is more orange. My least favorite is the orange one. It's just not my cup of tea when it comes to highlight, but everything else just is beautiful. I don't know why the pans are so different in this. I have no clue because these are definitely more eyeshadow sized and these are more highlight sized, but I totally adore this. The XANG quality is so good in eyeshadows that I even have single eyeshadows from them. 1, 2, 4? No, 4 I have, not 5. I thought I have a 5th one. No, I have 4 of their single multi-chrome eyeshadows because they're just that good. And for example, last year my favorite face palette was actually the Blend Bunny Noctilucent. This year it's not even in the ranking, so that means that this one is better than Blend Bunny Noctilucent, which is kind of a good thing because Noctilucent is discontinued now by Blend Bunny. So if you're looking for a highlighter palette with shifts, colorful shifts, this is the one that I totally recommend. And it's very handy. You know, it's like hand size. That's good. At number 4, we have a fairly new edition that came out in fall from the Flower Nose, what was it called? The Butterfly Cloud Color Collection. From that collection, I tested the eyeshadow palette in Terracotta Brick, but I also have the face palette in the shade 02 Tawny Tea. Beautiful. I just cannot put down this. I just can't. When I want to have a soft contour, I go into Tawny Tea and I actually mix these two. I just tap in both of these and then apply it. This highlighter here, it looks like it is not a lot, but it is so blinding and shiny. Oh, I love it. The yellow powder here, honestly, I'm not really interested in. I have used this once for setting the under eye. Technically, this is meant to be a matte highlighter. I'm just not into matte highlighter. If I use this, I use this actually as a base then and apply still this one on top. It's not really useful, but honestly, oh, I just touched it. I think that when you want to have, for example, some areas of the face highlighted, but you do not want to have a shimmer or metallic or glitter, whatever, a matte highlight, of course, is the thing to go. But I love the quality. I love the scent of this because this smells like a certain hand cream. I think this smells like Nivea hand cream. kind of, it smells so good, and Flower Nose has just such great quality. At number 3, I have actually another palette that I haven't really talked about because I'm very busy still with my apply every single like cream blush on my out of my collection on my face, and on days where I do not have the time to film this short video, I actually went into this here. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin, the Blush and Glow palette. And it looks like I haven't even touched these shades, but I have. They are now a bit shiny because I just touched into them again to show you some of the swatches, just so you see how insanely pretty they are. I mean, look at these shades, and they might look a bit patchy now, but you don't apply them with the finger. What I do is I take the Rare Beauty blush brush and then I just dab them on. I wanted to show you the highlighters too in swatches, but can you tell? You probably can't, because these are subtle. They are very, very subtle sheens. You know, there are cream highlighters in this format that will punch you in the face, that are super loud, and that will probably scare a lot of people. If you do not want to have this, honestly, these here are perfect. They do have different undertones, so this right here, I know there is a bit of pink going on. That's completely my mistake because I touched in here with still having blush on my finger. This is more translucent, shiny, while this is a nice champagne-y golden. This here has a bit of a pink undertone. Here we have a true gold. This one actually I haven't touched yet. I haven't even swatched it because I'm not into that. And this one, this is like a mix out of champagne and a pink highlight. Absolutely stunning. I love the formulation. I adore the formula so much that I'm even thinking of trying one of this in a foundation format. I know they have this, but I wasn't ready to pull the trigger yet because I know that I will not use everything out of this palette, while out of this, I see myself using everything, even this pure gold that I just didn't came to test right now. But I love the formula. It is thin, it's buildable, it's impactful, but you can also sheer it out and just have a good blush day and a good highlight day. And honestly, it's much smaller than I initially thought. So now, number 2. And I thought, honestly, when I thought about the ranking of the face palettes, that this is going to be a much harder decision, but it's not. I feel absolutely confident to say that my second favorite face palette of 2024 is the Made by Mitchell Curve Case Collective. This is if you haven't seen any of my 24 videos on this motherfucker is a 24 pan cream blush palette. Honestly, if you want to have in your makeup collection one product of each category, this is your way to cheat, because you only have one blush palette. That you have 24 cream blushes does not matter. And I had a blush series. There is a playlist, if I remember while editing, I will link it down below, where I applied every single on my face and showed you how it looked. And honestly, even after that series, I just did not stop to apply this. My favorite colors out of these 24 are down here. This is Very Berry. Then, of course, Dairy Queen. Cowlick is very, very high up there. And here from that one, of course, Cold Heart. It's just such a good cool tone pink. But honestly, everything in this palette is beautiful. My least favorite shades were the oranges like Mango Daiquiri. Nancy was also a bit of a bitch. And Burnt Buns, that was okay, but it's not my favorite because a lot of orange in there. This palette is the reason I discovered how awesome Made by Mitchell products are. And I know for sure that a lot of you bought this palette because of me. A lot of you supported me, used my affiliate codes, and I just want to point out the biggest compliment for me and for my influence to other people was one person who had to decide, do they want to spend $70 on a Chanel blush or on the Made by Mitchell Curve Case Collective? And after they saw a couple of my videos on this, they decided that the Curve Case Collective is the better investment, and they haven't looked back since then. The last time when she told me about this, she even commented in a video. It is a couple months ago, but I hope she sees this and please update me, because I'm now like praising this, so hopefully you're still feeling like that. But she wrote that she's insanely happy with the decision, that she said she buys this over one single Chanel blush. And honestly, that speaks volumes. So now the big moment. Were you all right? Because I feel like the people who watched my videos in all 2024, or who discovered me even through the Made by Mitchell Curve Case Collective, I think they wrote down that the Curve Case Collective is going to be my favorite. But I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not, but it is a Made by Mitchell case. And it's a Comet case. This is the highlighter palette from Made by Mitchell. I love this. Honestly, I would marry this. For sure. We can build a house together. We can have some pets, and then we live a happily ever after, because this highlighter palette is everything that you probably want to have in your collection when you are not a big collector like I am. Because this highlighter palette even doubles as a blush and bronzer palette. Copper Cool up here for me is definitely not a highlighter, but I can use it honestly as bronzer. Super nice coppery warm bronzer with enough of reddish undertones to not look too red, but enough of red to look bronzy and not look straight up metallic copper on the face. This here, Wander, too dark for me to use as a highlight, but it's a beautiful, vibrant magenta blush. And everything else in here I can use actually as a highlighter. My favorite is Fairy Kitten. You did everything right, Made by Mitchell. Honestly, Mitchell, chef's kiss this year to you. I'm curious as always. Please let me know what your most liked face palette in 2024 is, so we can all check it out here. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you so much that you're here. And if you're subscribed, you will not miss out any of the Ellamas videos. If you want to watch more of Ellamas because you maybe missed some days, I do have a playlist also down below. Thank you so much, and I hope I can see you tomorrow.